All right, let's get this show on a roll here. Those will be giving this a few minutes for people to start rolling in, and I'll get the poll up and going. Tonight is the viewer reward special since the community did reach their challenge requirements I'm put out there. And I will be putting a poll up for viewers to vote on my hair color. All right. Thank you for the follow there, Potato Sensei, and welcome to the stream. We're going to have a poll going up here shortly for voting on the color of my next hair dye job in the next few days. This was part of a challenge I set for my viewers over the last week. Go ahead and get the poll activated here. Oh, there we go. Let me get that positioned a little bit better. There we go. Hey, Blood God, welcome back. Got the poll up for the hair color action there. Instructions on the screen. Just do a exclamation point vote and then the color you want to choose. Doing good. How about yourself? Go and get a few lines out into the water here. Doing a little bit of light fishing while this poll goes on. Doing any fishing yourself over there, Blood God? See, so make sure the votes are working over there. It seems like, no, I may have to actually refresh the vote since I repositioned it here. Just try that again. There we go. Okay, now the votes are on the screen. We have to cast that again. Got a purple vote there from Potato Sensei. Out at Bear, very nice. Right now I'm just doing a little bit of, I actually just put my lines in the water doing some carp fishing here at Old Berg and maybe try to get some bream on some cheese over here. Let's see, so Potato, your vote, did it go through? Yeah. Try putting your vote in without the capitalization. I think it may actually be case sensitive. Welcome there, Darrow. Thank you for the vote there. So those of you just joining, this was part of a challenge I set to my viewers over the past week to raise enough channel points to choose this, and whatever color is selected by the end of this poll, I will be dyeing my hair next week. And see how that goes. Those of you joining here for the first time, just got a little bit of Russian Fishing 4 on in the background while this poll does its thing. Just doing a little bit of carp fishing on here since it's nice, relaxing, lets me pay attention to the chat over there. Those of you that are not Russian fishermen players, what games everybody playing over here? Anyone doing Diablo 4 right now? Looks like we've got a tie so far between blue, purple, and green. Yeah, it'll suck you in, won't it, Potato Sensei? It's I've been playing for, I guess it's been about a month and a half now. It's got a lot of deep mechanics to it, which is great. Welcome back there, Canadian Way. Now we've got a four-way tie. Got blue, green, purple, and red votes on the board so far. Do you have a favorite type of fishing you like to do on there, Potato? Doing like spinning, feeding, and float fishing? Or marine now, I guess, as a new option. I put ground baits on these. I think I did. Should be fine. Trolling at the Donis River. Okay, very nice. Actually, I'm hoping to get to the Donits here soon and trying some float fishing out there. Feeder fishing for carp. Yeah, that's trolling. I've gotten more accustomed to for when I need some quick silver, but nothing beats a good carp fight. Absolutely. And let's see, is the are those instructions for the voting visible enough for everybody? It's a little dim on my screen. Nice. So a little tip that I've discovered recently that originally a lot of people weren't recommending, but now that I've actually gone through and done it in game, I'm regretting not doing it sooner. The Adriatica reel it's a cheap reel, and you can upgrade the friction brakes on there and get some upgraded grease, and it's basically a cheaper version of the Saber. So if you want a secondary reel setup that you get a little bit cheaper and get a second decent rod out, I highly recommend it. But just make sure if you upgrade those friction brakes, you have to upgrade the grease as well. I learned that the hard way. Went from fresh friction brakes to almost 50% wear in 2 fish. It's rough. Not much of a bite right here right now, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Now it's mostly about the pole anyways. I know M-Dog is streaming right now, so let people know they can swing by and cast a vote and get back to that if they wish. HSV, yeah, that was I finally got my first HSV earlier this week. Every time I'd save up for it, I'd get impatient and settle for something less because I knew that I needed to get the rods and line and all that to get it as well. So I ended up getting an Alpha and a Titan before finally getting the HSV. It's worked out okay, but once you get that HSV, man, it's like butter bringing the grass carp in. Anybody got any exciting plans for the weekend? I'm getting right into the start of summer here. Yeah, it's when you have all that silver just taunting you, it's tough. But honestly, the alpha is pretty good. So if you start feeling a little tight for silver as you get closer, you can get the alpha plus a rod to go with it for the same price as getting just the HSV reel, which is part of why I ended up getting that before getting the HSV, because by the time you factor in the rod and line and everything on top of the HSV, you're up to like 3,500 silver. So it's quite pricey. My plans this weekend, I want to try to start getting the materials together to make a mirror chamber, just for experimentation and fun, just to say I did it really. Get some aluminum sheets and spiral it up. If the votes end up in a tie, that is a good question. If they end up in a tie, I will probably start a fresh poll with just those colors and do I guess a sudden death round of voting, or maybe roll a die figured out. Hopefully, we'll get some more votes cast here soon as the people start trickling in. Not an infinity mirror. I can't remember what the term is for infinity mirror. It's actually a design by a Russian scientist. I don't remember the guy's first name, but Kozyrev, and it's basically using spiral or torsion spiral design. So it's kind of one of those pseudoscience type of deals. And welcome there, first time chatter WSD repeated a few times. Welcome to the chat. To put your vote, you need to put exclamation point votes in front of the blue there. So like exclamation point vote space blue. Now we've got white on the board, so still a big tie. But once WSD gets in there, it looks like blue will take the lead. Hey, Hiko, welcome. Got the poll going for the hair color option, so feel free to cast your vote there. Instructions are on screen, just exclamation point vote space and then whatever color that's from the list there. Got a delicious tea selection tonight. I'll see if I can get the camera to zoom in on this, but those of you that are tea drinkers or even not regular tea drinkers, this not sponsored, but Ahmad Tea brand. Let me see if I can get this focus a little bit. But this Apple Refresh is the tea here. It's back just a little bit, but it is amazing. It tastes like a liquid Jolly Rancher. It's an amazing tea. Highly recommended. So the day I need to contact my stylist once the color comes up, and it'll be based on her availability. Hopefully I can get it in the first couple of days next week. No problem, WSD. Catching some bream, always a good fish to go after. So as soon as I find out which day, I will make sure to update my schedule here on Twitch to note that night will be the reveal of the hair color. Honeybush and Scalicia. I actually have not had that kind. I've had Honeybush by itself, and that was really good. I've never had the Scalicia, so I'll have to check that out. I'm a big tea fan. I don't even want to guess how many different types of tea I have in my cabinet. It's got to be close to 100 at this point. Big fan of the fruit-based teas, though, when it comes to just having something to sip. But I always start my day out with either an oolong or a Darjeeling or an Irish or English breakfast tea. There's a brand. I have to look it up and try to remember it here, but they do a sampler tea. It's from India, and it's a huge assortment, and they are really, really good. All sorts of different black and green and white tea blends. Hey, nothing wrong with a good old Lipton. Not as big a fan of sweet though, which I'm in the South, but which is a little unusual for the folks down here. But Lipton makes a good black tea. They actually, at one point, there was this Lipton premium teas that they released, and there was one called Black Pearl, which was like a really, really strong black tea. That was some of the best tea I've ever had, but they don't, unfortunately, they don't distribute it anymore. I wish they did. I got a single bite out here, which is a little unusual. I'm gonna go ahead and just pack these and move to a different location. Yeah, absolutely. I can recommend. So the Ahmad brand is really, really good if you can find that. Some grocery store chains carry it. If not, a lot of the if you have any like Super H Mart locations, those tend to have it as well. There's another brand, Akbar, that makes really, really good fruit teas, but it's a lot harder to find. That's probably an order online type of deal. And Twinings is a pretty common brand. You can find it at just about any any grocery chain, and they make some pretty good breakfast teas. South Africa. Oh yeah, so I imagine get a lot of rooibos over there, I assume. But definitely the Akbar and Ahmad, if you can get your hands on those, they are both really good. Go ahead and put this out here so you can catch a tench or something on the cheese. Yeah, I know rooibos and chai teas, I've had quite a few blends of those, and yeah, I love the I'm trying to warm up to rooibos a little more. It's got so much of a kick to it. It's like it's got that like immediate spice when it hits your throat, but I do like the taste of it, so I've been slowly trying to warm myself up to rooibos teas, to drink them more often. Same with chai. But fruit-based teas is where I just love them. You find those right brands where it's just like a liquid Jolly Rancher. It's delicious. So I see right now we've got blue in the lead with 2 votes. No votes for pink, and everything else is tied at 1 right now in second place. Yeah, that's true. You guys have some strong spices over there. Tasty ones, though, that's for sure. Moroccan, too. They've got those Moroccan mint tea. Ooh, that's some good stuff as well. Then, let's see. There's some other common brands. Let me look up that that sampler tea brand I mentioned. I can post that in the chat because I don't know if I'll be able to pronounce the name very effectively. Let's see. What is it called? It is, here you go. I'll type it in the chat here. It's VHADAM, Vadam. Hey, welcome there, Rin Sheppy. I don't know if the number vote is working or not, plus, but if not, try, yeah, because I guess you were trying to go for pink there. Hey there, Mr. Limeade. Oh, it is? Okay, good. Okay, it just had a little bit of a delay there. So yeah, that Vadam tea, you can get a sampler of them, which is, they're really, really good, and it's well worth it to try a good blend of teas. So how are you doing, Ren? Been a while since I've heard from you. Hey there, Sheepanin. All right, so it looks like we're back to a 3-way tie again between blue, white, and pink, which white's not too far off from what I've got right now. It was actually originally white, but it's grown out quite a bit. We've got a little bit of carp action here. Absolutely appreciate it. Good to hear from you. Thanks for voting. And I'll certainly let you know. Well, you'll probably see the pictures when I get the hair colored before the stream goes up. All right, here we go. First fish of the night, finally. Grass carp, almost 8 kilo. Let's celebrate with a little bit of carp emoji here. That is an emoji available to tier 2 subscribers. Or you can unlock them with channel reward points as well. Yeah, that's the trick of a stream in the background running feeder fishing. You get those bells, you get all excited thinking you've got a bite. So the blue, I actually, I've done blue a few times, and I always love the way it comes out. Last time I did blue was probably 2.5 years ago, I think. But that time it was like a really deep sort of metallic blue. I've done some like bright, more almost neon blue as well. I did not include black on the list because I've tried dyeing my hair black one time, and it is the only time I have been thoroughly, thoroughly unsatisfied with the way my hair looked. It does not mesh well with my skin tone at all. It's just like a sharp contrast. I see you over there trying to sabotage things, Javin. You jerk. So real combos. Yeah, Sky. The pastel blue. If I do get blue, that's probably what I'll do. Is go for more of like a light pastel blue. So for real combos, I have a Titan on this. Actually, I'm bring the inventory up to make it a little easier. So I've got a Titan 8000, and that's on a Palmer FD 120, which is a little risky. Really, it needs to be a little bit larger Palmer for that. Then I've got an Alpha 8000 on an FD 420, and then the HSV on FD 420. Got a green vote from Hiko there. He's carrying off my cheese. And looks like we're back to a tie across 4 different colors now. We got here another grass carp. That was a surprise. You usually don't get any on this side. Yeah. We'll just keep the votes going and just try to draw people in. See if we can get those votes tied at like 10 each. That's what we need, right? Yeah, I figure if we end up with a tie all the way across, I'll come up with some sort of game or a die roll or something, or leave it up to you guys to come up with a creative way for us to do a tiebreaker. How are you? Where are you fishing at tonight, Hiko? Man, I've tried if I can find a stylist that can do rainbow hair right, I'll go for it. But it's hard to find that nowadays, at least for shorter hair. You don't have like long, past the shoulder blade hair where they can do an ombre. No one seems to know how to do it. Okay, that's what we'll do. If we end up with a tie later on, we'll try to do pick some hair color combos. Maybe we'll do a two-tone setup. Trying out amber, very nice. Full on clown, man. I'll tell you, I did my hair an auburn theme one time, which was like a mix of red, yellow, and orange. And after the first couple washes, it came out really, really nice. But when I first came out of there, the red was so overpowered. I looked like Ronald McDonald. It was bad. But it did end up looking pretty good once the red started washing out and the orange and yellow started shining through. That is the tiniest grass carp I think I've ever seen. Maybe get this thing, get up here. This is a 716 gram grass carp. That thing was the size of a minnow. All right, so we got welcome there, Hairman Pink. I'm going to guess that we're getting a pink vote from you. So now Pink is in the lead. The boozy fade. Liberty Spikes. You know, that's something you don't see too often these days. I actually have not seen a Liberty Spike, and I've been to a lot of hardcore and punk rock shows, and I have not seen them in a while. It's It is getting harder. Like if it was like 15 years ago at the height of MySpace, man, you could find stylists everywhere that could pull off some good edgy colored hair, but it's rough. And my usual stylist that I've used for a long time actually recently retired, so I'm having to try some new stylists out. So that'll be part of the adventure as well, as seeing how my new stylist does with the color selection. So we've got pink in the lead at 3 votes. We've got a 2-point tie between blue, white, and green, and then purple and red are trailing at 1 vote. See if we can get some more support on some of those colors, get those numbers up. No, but it'll only take you can vote for a new color, and it'll I believe it should, if it works the way I think it's supposed to, it'll take away your original vote and put the new color in. I believe. This is my first time using this little snippet of code, so. Yeah, it's not so much living beside those. Is if it's picking up that noise, I need to get a back shield for my mic. But there's a lot of construction around here, and around this time of night, a lot of the construction trucks are leaving the site. They've got some loud diesel exhaust. Which I'm actually surprised, because I have my my mic set up with the diaphragms should only be picking up from the direction of me. I might have to investigate that later and see what's going on with that. Oh, slow bite rate, which is fine for me, because it's a night like this, I'm more about the chat. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I've got definitely have some loud exhausts around here. One of the other pitfalls of the South. Get some those big old diesel trucks out there, man. They love to straight pipe those things. To each their own. Just not so fun when they drive by and you're trying to relax. Level 30. Let's see. So it's level 30 unlocks Actuba. Nope. Tunguska. Yes, I have heard some people making some really good money out there. Level 20. So level 20 is Volkov, which absolutely is great. I've been doing for about a week and a half straight. My streams were all there at Volkov. My recommendation out there is use 3 different color snatchers. Use blue, white, and orange, so you get a decent spread of whatever the fish are hitting on. Yeah, that's the tricky part of the HSV. You finally get it, but then you got to get the rods and line sets to go with it. Well, see, the good part of that, Hiko, is at least you know if something's coming up. Whereas, if you live in a busy area where there's always cars going up and down, you never know if someone's up to no good. So speaking of, back to the subject of tea flavors, any fellow tea drinkers, what are your favorite flavors of tea, or I guess not really flavor, but types of tea? Oh, so yeah, that's right. I forgot the HSB has the level requirement as well. But at least those area levels, it starts feeling slow once you get about to 22. But there's plenty of options at least to get up there to 20. Nice, Hiko. Finally able to start using those. Love the green tea. Very nice. It's a traditional classic one. So I still got pink in the lead of the poll. And those of you recently joining, the instructions are there on the screen. Just exclamation point vote and then the number or color. Hey, Furious. Fishing's a little bit slow right now, but not trying too hard to find a good spot. Just kind of paying attention to the chat, keeping an eye on the votes here. So we've got now we've got green, pink, and green are tied now. Hey, that Waffle House tea. I think they use Lipton black tea. Nothing wrong with that. Very nice, Hiko. Making them sweet lures now. I'm sure it was a punch in the gut though to watch all that silver go bye-bye on one purchase. Got a little shrimpy grass carp here. Orange with yellow stripes, maybe so. Yeah, it's I forgot to include yellow on the poll. I can I will actually, I think I can add that real quick, and then if everybody wants to change their vote, we can do that. Let's see. I believe I just do add yellow. I believe that should add it. Maybe not. Nope. Okay, so I guess that command didn't work. That's too bad. Well, if we continue getting with a tie, we'll add yellow to the tiebreaker round. Although it is hard to pull off yellow. Like I don't even know if anybody makes a permanent yellow. I'd have to look into that. Most of the yellows I've seen have been temporary, or at least at the semi-perm. Golden tinge color, there we go. Just get a nice shiny golden locks. Let's see, so let me just make sure, let me check that command again, see if I'm just doing it incorrectly here. Nope. Hey gamer, welcome. Where are you fishing tonight? We got, oh, pink is up to 4 votes, taking the lead again. No fishing tonight. Well, thanks for stopping by and casting your vote at least. So pink is in the lead. So fun fact, all the colors on there, I have actually, well, green has been kind of a byproduct of most of the blues eventually fade to green. Take it easy, gamer. But pink is the one color on that list that I haven't done yet. Although I guess technically when I had red, it did kind of fade to a pinkish color, but never just done a full pink job. So that'll be interesting if that ends up winning. As far as baits I have on here, I've got cheese, diced potato, and algae. Usually one of the 3 is active out here, but again, I'm not too concerned about the fishing tonight. Just chatting with everybody and watching the poll. So we have Hiko in here. We've got haven't seen 8 in a while. I wonder how he's doing. I know he's been playing a lot of Diablo 4. Yeah, cotton candy blue and pink. That could pink is a. So that light of a pink might be, I'm trying to think. The problem there would be a light pink, I imagine, would wash out pretty easily. So that would be something that would probably only survive a couple washes. But I can definitely see if there's, actually look that up right now, see if anybody makes a good permanent pink hair dye. So I'm not very, as never doing it before, I haven't really looked into the pink options. Let's see. Permanent pink hair dye. Does anybody make it? Besides that one brand that's literal fabric dye. Looks like there may be some. So yeah, so anyone that is not familiar with hair coloring, there's a popular brand for wild colors you'll find at stores called Splat. It'll definitely color your hair like that, but you'll be bleeding hair dye for like a week after doing it. And you're pretty much just going to have to grow it out until you can cut it, because they actually use real fabric dye in that brand. So beware of that if you ever decide to try that hair dye. Oh, hydrate time. All right, I will break out the water here. Thank you, thank you. Keep the old throat refreshed. Hey, all right, we've got a nice new spoon there from our boy here. Appreciate those. Putting the new knife to work. So I just asked if I've got premium WSD. Oh yeah, get a nice selection of new lures. Yep, I do currently. I alternate. Usually I won't do like the month-long premium ones, but if I know I'm going to be playing every night for a while, for example, this week I knew I was going to be streaming every night, so I'll usually try and get premium for those specific periods. Mostly take advantage of happy hour and for like crafting skill gains and stuff like that. But most of my levels honestly did not come from premium, which is nice. They are very generous with the free to play on here compared to some of the competition. All right, what we got here? We got a almost 8.5 kilo and a bottom fishing game, which is nice. So for rod, are you looking for spinning or for feeder fishing? Appreciate the follow there, WSD. Bottom fishing, for that one, until you can get carp rods, the Fortuna Feeder FD420 is perfect for the HSV. It's got a max load capacity of 19 kilo, so it'll handle it. It won't be able to do like if you're pulling something in with like a full friction brake lock on an HSV, you're not going to be able to really work with that. But until you get carp fishing, that's an easy choice, and I think it's only like 480 silver, somewhere in that ballpark. Appreciate all these new lures putting that new knife to work. We'll get plenty of use of that wooden minnow should do really good out there in Volkov, I bet. So yeah, it is the Fortuna Feeder FD420 is the one for the HSV. And if you want a spinning rod, the Model 1 or the Super Duty are the goal ones, but you can get by on this Belmore Omega rod. It's a good bit cheaper. Oh, you've got the Model 1? Very nice. I do like, if you've never seen the model of this rod, it's a really nice looking rod. It's got a lot of like wooden detail in there. Can't really tell from this window, but it's one of the more gorgeous rods that they've got in the game. Okay, so not from the new knife. Useful either way. Quarry, yeah, I can do another quarry trip soon and go after some trout and char. Always fun to go after those. How we do on the poll? So we still got pink in the lead with green at 3, blue and white at 2. Not a lot of love for purple and red. Yeah, I'll pull one of the rods in here real quick and show you what that rod looks like in the full model here. It's really nice. Look on here, it's got that like wood grain detailing there. It's got a little like an image of like some tree, like a tree line on a stream. It's really, really neat. And it can handle It barely handles the HSV because I think it's a load capacity of like 16, so it does not have a lot of give. But if you go with like a slightly smaller reel, like an Alpha 8000, it's perfect for that. And eventually I need to plan when I'm going to take my final of the 3 trips to the Norwegian Sea. I'll probably do that around level 26 or so. Try to get that boost from 26 to 28. All right, good old handmade balsa. Appreciate that. Get some cucumbers here. Very nice. Appreciate that. I will put it to good use, and not on the Adriatica, which is at long last kind of sitting in the background somewhere. On actually, apparently it's on a reel somewhere. Okay, there it is. Which I was talking about earlier, the upgraded friction brakes for this. You can actually upgrade this all the way to a 9 kilo friction brake, but that was like 80 silver. And we probably need an even more expensive grease, but if you can do the 8.2 upgrade and this Aquatica reel oil, it's like 40 silver and brings you up to an 8.2 kilo drag, which is a great option for the Adriatica. Having any luck over there at Amber Lake? Oldberg's a little bit sleep. Man, no wonder. It's almost 21 degrees here. It's a hot day at Oldberg. I need to remember to go to Wine and Rivulet and pick up some more feed mix so I can do some ground bait making during happy hour. Try to get that ground bait skill up a bit. Bears doing well. That's good to hear. Using pop-ups and boilies or using some traditional baits out there? Ooh, it was that was yellow too, right? The one you sent me. Yeah, so I am definitely looking forward to that because I suspect that the char there are preferential to yellow. So hopefully that'll help me get some of those quarry char, get that big XP. Amber's a bit slow. You got pop-ups and one of them and honeydew and the other. Oh, nice. Mirror carps are always a fun one to bring in. I want to find a strategy for burbot because I have the fish fillets for them, but I can never seem to find where they're hitting. Whenever I get one, it's just kind of like random and unexpected. More cucumbers here. Nice. Golden tinge out. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any golden tinge out here. I've been using the cheese on the one rod, and usually that's pretty good at luring those in. Yeah, Oldberg is it is a little bit sleepier than usual. I'm hoping to at least pull in if I can pull a 16 kilo grass carp in, there's a cafe order for that, which got something putting up a good bit of fight here now. Haven't tried Donitz or Surrey yet. That's on my near agenda for Donitz especially. I want to get at least one Bolognese rod set up together. Probably 2 of them so I can have 2 Bolognese and a telescopic, since I know float fishing is really good there. And then I got to do do a little bit of looking up in Sura to see what sort of tackle I need for that one. All right, so this is giving the Alpha 8000 a bit of a run for its money, so this ought to be a somewhat decent fish here. Gonna have to chase this one around. This spot's always a bit frustrating to get around. There we go. Get over there towards the docks on this far side of the lake and get whatever this is in. Got a bit of a weird fight to it. I don't know if this is... Doesn't feel like a grass carp. Maybe a common carp or a really big tench. Given that it's already kind of worn out, tench kind of seems like that might be the answer here. All right, here we go. Let's bring this sucker in. No, looks like it is. Oh, looks like it was a grass carp. I don't think it was a black carp. Got a second wind to it though. Yep, looks like it's a grass carp. Almost 10 kilo. Not spectacular, but not terrible either. Yeah, I can, well, I may be able to move that. Last time I relocated, it seemed to have reset the votes though. But I will check and see if I can do that. I think we're actually going to give it about 5 more minutes. We may go and wrap up the polling. We haven't got any votes in a while, so might actually get ready to wrap that poll up. So we'll do a last call for votes here. Get some tea to recover energy. I lost track of where I was at. I ran way past my rods here. Yeah, well, pink's the winner so far, so as long as we don't get any surprise entries in the last few minutes here, I'll go ahead and cast this out and I'll update little weak cast here because of my energy level. I'll get this cast and update the stream title for last call, and we'll see what we get. Update that. Okay, so we'll give this we'll give it 5 minutes starting now. We'll go ahead and put a timer on here, and then we'll call it where it is. And if any votes come in and cause another tie, then we'll come up with a tiebreaker solution for that. What? Oh, you meant blue? So we've got blues trailing behind a couple points, unfortunately. Green's right behind pink right now. But hey, there'll always be opportunities in the future for another vote. Javen over there just trying to cause chaos. Javen with the rough nut guys, see if they want to hop in and cast a vote. Take some time from getting their butt spanked over on Diablo. We got another 4 minutes, and then we'll wrap the voting up. No one on? Ah, slackers. The 50 kilogram cat, that was a literal hour-long fight right there. And it's actually, unfortunately, I'm not on Volkov, but it is still the third highest, or her third largest catfish at Volkov in the US. That was a battle, and that was actually caught on the Titan, which is only made for its max drag is, I don't know what its mech weight is, but the max drag is only 12.7 kilo. So, hey, another bottom fishing game. Nice. There were several times in that fight I was ready to give up, but the viewers were cheering me on, wanting me to see it through to the end. Stretch time, is it? All right, here we go. Get a nice shoulder stretch the rhomboids here. There we go. Oh yeah, that feels good. Stretch complete. Do a push-up. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if I won't be able to get that on camera if I do a push-up, but I can do one. I'll let me put the headset off here real quick, and you'll just have to imagine it. Okay, I've done the push-up. You'll just have to take my word for it, though. I am going to be working on. I'm getting some new static light boxes that I can do. The reason the framing on my camera is so narrow right now is that my the light I'm using for the ring light is casting enough of a shadow from my chair that is causing a lot of the bottom half of my green screen to get blocked out, which is problematic for the stream, more or less. But I am going to get some static light so that way I can have a more full view and see if I can get some shelving or something so I can do an open screen where it makes sense. Obviously, a game like this, you don't want to cover the screen up with like a full video box, but once I can get the lights on there, I can have more of the green screen available and can bring the zoom out so that there's more of a full frame. I did do the push-up though. I can promise you that. It was just one quick push-up. Is he on yet? I think he's still up. I think he's still biting there. Now he's on. Like another little roach. Yep, hey, another bottom fishing skill game. Take that. Cheese is weird out here. It seems like every day something different bites on cheese. Yesterday it was bream. We got how much more time till this poll closes? About 30 seconds here. Last call for vote changes here. We've got Pink in the lead. Oh, very nice there. Furious. Good old rare leather carp. Trying to cheat it there, Hiko. See you there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the end. Okay, so we are at Pink winning. So I'll go ahead and do an end poll here. And that should start fading that out of the screen. But hey, I will see if I can get a little bit of a blue highlight in there just for you, WSD. Let me jot down Pink as the winner, and I will put a note about see if I can get blue. So Pink winner, about blue highlight. There we go. So apparently that poll end is not doing the thing, so let me just remove the widget from the overlay. That was my first time using the using this poll widget, though. I haven't really had a chance to thoroughly test it. So let's just hide those. There we go. That should update now. Okay. Man, I've talked about a long time ago. I was wanting to wrap the Stinger in a metallic pink. I think I've seen one in a similar color, and it looked fantastic. So you joke about it, but it was on the consideration board. So let me update the stream title, let everyone know the voting has ended. And I'll go ahead and switch the category back to Russian fishing, so we don't bewilder anyone looking for just a chatting stream here. Yep, pink with probably won't be a stripe. It'll probably be an underlay or something like that. I'll get some to where if I flip the hair up, it'll have blue underneath and then pink on the main level, something like that. Oh, the car. You know, I don't know if a stripe would look good on my car. Actually, I don't think I've seen any with. Actually, I take it back. I did see one with a stripe, and I wasn't a fan. But I do. If I wrap it at some point, it'll be a metallic pink or some just outlandish 3M wrap that's just a custom print of like a bunch of cats in space. I have red Brembo calibers on there right now. But other than that, the poll is done. Thanks everybody that voted on that. I'm looking forward to putting a special stream on next week to showcase the hair color everybody voted on. Yeah, pink car with blue calibers. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Need a vote recount. Call up the Florida from, what was it, 2000? That's true. Green did come in second place with just one vote behind the pinks. Who's ringing over here? There's a cheese again. Potato and Allergy performing surprisingly poorly out here at Oldberg. Get up here. Woo! Flying Roach. So, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I'll have to check with my stylist for the availability, but hopefully within a day or not a day, but within Monday or Tuesday, I should be able to get that done, and I will make sure to schedule a special stream, and that way everybody gets a notification for when it's been done and can check out the new hair color. With that being said, it's about time to run another ad, and I think it's probably a good time to just go ahead and wrap the stream up for tonight. I didn't have a lot planned for the streaming beyond the poll here, so but this weekend I'll definitely get some more trolling on. I'll do some quarry trolling. Should be fun. But just go ahead and get this all wrapped up, reel this in, and thanks everybody for coming out and for voting the poll. And I'm looking forward to sharing the new hair color with everyone next week. And I'll be on some streams in between now and then either way. And I'm going to try some afternoon streams of some other games this weekend as well. But I'm going to always reserve this 9 o'clock slot for Russian fishing. But everybody have a good evening. If I don't see you on streams this weekend, have a good weekend. And those of you fishing, tight lines. Have a good one, everybody. Appreciate it, Furious.